Hi, it's Dr. Aaron Gum, founder of Blueprinter Practice Automation, YourAutomatedPractice.com. Welcome to the Practice Automation Strategy Series. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to be going over some strategies on how practice automation fits into your practice, where it's going to be beneficial, how you're going to save time, energy, money, staff time, while increasing your collections. So you're going to save time, energy, increase your collections. I'm going to teach you how to do that all while working less. So the next 5, 6, 7 weeks are going to be really exciting, and we're going for some really cool information and giving you more information on how to contact us and get in and dive a little bit deeper on these topics as well. So first, before I get into these secrets, these practice strategy secrets, I want to kind of set a base, a tone to where the typical practice is today. If you're listening to this, you've probably been through a lot of different practice models. It's the 21st century. A lot of things have changed. When chiropractic was formulated and it was created in 1895 to today, it's changed a lot. If you're not a chiropractor, just general practice for your doctor or naturopath, practice has changed a lot as well. So let's set a tone to where practice was and where it is now. And then on the next videos, we'll be diving in deeper on these strategies on how we're going to kind of flip the model upside down of what the old antiquated model is to really accelerate your clinical model. So the typical practice model, I always like telling my story. When I got out of school, I went right into the high volume practice where insurance was still decent. I saw a ton of patients. We built insurance. We were seeing 400 or 500 patients a week. It required me, because I was the adjuster, I hired some associates and a lot of moving parts. Then we're doing health talks and health fairs and all these marketing techniques out in the community. It was really wearing on our team and myself. So, after a couple of years of that, I knew that wasn't the model. So the high volume model was actually making me sicker as I was trying to get people healthy, because I was just running myself in the dirt. So I went out of the high volume practice and went into the integrated model. So I hired medical doctors and nurse practitioners and PAs and nurses, because we transitioned into more of a 90% insurance model, 10% cash. And we started using medical services to be able to bill better, be able to get reimbursed better, and not have to see the 400 or 500 patients a week to get the income that we wanted. So real quick, after about a year and a half of that, I realized that that's not a good model. It's a good model financially, but it's a lot of risk. Okay, we threw a couple audits because we were a good clinic. We had great numbers. We had a lot of great numbers coming through the door. We weren't doing anything wrong, but insurance companies red flag you. It's a software now. If you collect a certain amount per year, you're automatically you're flagged. The letter gets sent out, you're asked for files, you send the files in, and then you're in their audit process. Okay, so it dictates how you treat your patients, how well you can do, because if you're any type of decent doctor that gets new patients in the door, you're going to be flagged. So a couple times through that, I realized that wasn't the practice for me. So I started looking at some different cash services. So we started adding niche services like neuropathy and knee and plantar fasciitis and thyroid and functional medicine, weight loss, body contouring, decompression. And we started looking at the niche models where we could actually full cash model, okay? Nothing's billable, so the patient has to pay you cash. So we did phenomenal with this type of practice. We added all these niches. We were collecting cash, but we really exchanged problem for problem again, okay? Because I was stuck in the consultation ROF room. We were stuck educating our patients on an ongoing basis. I was doing seminars once or twice a week. And that really wasn't, it was wearing me out, okay? I lived in the consultation room. I literally had a cot in the consultation room where I took naps. No, I'm just joking. But I needed one though, because I was exhausted at the end of the day. I went home to my family. I didn't want to talk. I was exhausted, mentally drained, burnt out, collecting great money, helping a lot of people, but burnt out. So I looked at the repetitiveness in practice. I looked at these niches and say, what can I replicate? How can I reproduce myself? Because as you know, it's hard to find a doctor that's going to do it as well as you can. Okay, so I said, how can I replicate myself? So I started using video in our practice, automating our ROF, automating our seminar, automating our pre-education for consultation, automating online patient education for patients to go through. So we literally reverse engineered the entire process, where about 75% of the doctor time involved is fully automated for every single niche. And I started seeing kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. My practice started running smoothly. I replicated myself. I could really just concentrate on reported findings and really just spending minimal time in that process, and knowing that I have a reproducible system that I can hand over to my staff and hire a good person to do sales. And now I was completely out of my practice. It was amazing. I was looking at my practice and said, wow, I have a system that's reproducible. I need to get this message out to all the chiropractors, naturopaths, medical doctors, so we can help millions of people across the country with these types of niches and not involve the doctor in a lot of the time, okay? So over these next videos, I'm gonna be going over what that looks like, how that looks. You can always dive into our comprehensive webinar, which is gonna be in the notes section of this video or in the comment section. But over the next 4, 5, 6 weeks, I'm gonna be going through these practice strategies, secrets, and going over how this looks, how it's gonna fit into your practice. So I hope that this video here kind of give you a good picture of what a typical practice is. If you fall in the practice of you're relying on insurance, you're relying on yourself for the process, you're relying on multiple hundreds of visits per week to get the income that you want, I have a solution to re-engineer that whole entire process. Maybe you're doing niches already. Maybe you're still seeing patients 2 to 3 times a week. Our model's seeing the patient once a week. They're doing a lot of home care at home, once a week in the clinic, online education, scaling the entire onboarding process and making it automated. So I have the answers for you. So I hope you stay tuned on this series and just plug into these videos. And I hope to talk to you soon. Have a blessed day. We'll talk to you soon.